Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and I am back home. So it is time for my June TBR. I'm very excited for this. I am basically going to do the same thing that I did last month until I have more success. So I am going to do 10 throws, and then any prompt that comes up for the second time, I will choose a book from the jar. So I think that's pretty much it. I did horrible at finishing my books for last month. I've started Fury of the Gods, finally, and I read Green Teeth, and I read The Reluctant Queen by Sarah Beth Durst. Those are pretty much all I read in the month of May. I thought I was going to get a lot more reading done while house sitting for my parents, and then that didn't happen. So we're going to start fresh, and it's June and I'm home again, and I am so excited to start creating more content. I already have things going in my mind that I will be starting actually directly after this video, and I will talk about that at the end. But let's get into the throws. So for my very first throw, I got, of course, a +1 throw. So I will be doing 11 throws instead of 10 because I rethrew and we're gonna be doing, yeah. So after getting the +1, the next one that I got is a debut book. And I did some searching and I did some serious debating of what I wanted to read. I had, what did I have? Voyage of the Damned. I had Teller of Small Fortunes. I had For Whom the Bell Tolls, all of which are debut books from those authors. The one that I decided to go with is one that my husband got me for Mother's Day, and the reason that I'm doing that is because I'm really anxious to pick it up. I'm really excited to try it out, and it happens to be a debut book. So for that one, it is one of the longer ones that I had next to me, but I am going to go with For Whom the Bell Tolls. This is by J.C. Lynn, and it says, "They told her to go to hell. She went, but on her own terms. Lily may not be thrilled with her arrival in the afterlife, but what awaits her there is fantastical, beyond imagination. Deities in line at the coffee shop, fae flitting between realms, souls making death a beginning. As she explores the afterlife's many realms, Lily finds herself drawn to a place most would avoid at all costs: hell. Armed with years in customer service, she makes a job for herself among hell's demons, directing souls to their rightful circles with more than a hint of sass. Lily's expectations are subverted every day in hell, especially by Belle, a demon general with a distractingly sexy voice. The two form an immediate, deeply healing friendship, and the heat between them threatens to combust. But something stirs beyond the boundaries of their world, threatening to destroy everything they know, unless they fight like hell to stop it." So it sounds really good. It's kind of giving me vibes of The Good Place just a little bit, which I absolutely love The Good Place, and so does my husband. We watch it all the time. We rewatch it fairly often. And with it giving me those vibes, I thought this would be a great one to kick off my June TBR with. The next prompt that I got is to start a series. And again, I have a ton of books that I can use for this prompt, but I'm going to kind of stretch things a little bit. And the book that I'm going to use for start a series is A Fate Inked in Blood by Danielle L. Jensen. Now, this one is technically a reread for me, and I gave it 5 stars when I originally read it. I absolutely loved it. This was one of the first books that I have read in the romantasy genre, and I ate it up. I love this book. I gave it 5 stars. It made it into my top books of the year. And in May, excuse me, in May, A Curse Carved in Bone was released. I immediately bought it on the day that it came out. And so I want to, since I've read a handful of romantic-y books since then, I want to reread this one and kind of refresh my memory of everything that happened, especially where this one leaves off, because I tried reading the first chapter in the next book and it picks up right where this one leaves off, which is fantastic. I love that for a fantasy book. But it's been a minute since I read this one and I've read a lot in between. So I do want to reread this one. So I am using A Fate Inked in Blood for Start a Series. The next prompt that I got is a kids pick that is a library book. Now I have about 10 library books out right now, which it's the start of summer. I take my kids to the library pretty much weekly, so it leads to me looking as well and getting books. But I let each of my kids choose, and of course they had to choose different ones. So my oldest son chose The Bone Maker by Sarah Beth Durst. This one, it says, 25 years ago, 5 heroes risked their lives to defeat the Bone Maker, Eklor, a corrupt magician who created an inhuman army using animal bones, but victory came at a tragic price. Only 4 of the heroes survived. Since then, Kreia, the group's leader, has exiled herself to a remote tower and devoted herself to one purpose, resurrecting her dead husband. But such attack requires both a cache of human bones and a sacrifice. For each day he lives, she will live one less. Kreia would rather live 1 year with her husband than 100 without him, but using human bones for magic is illegal in Voss. The dead are burned, as are any bone workers who violate the law. Yet Kreia knows where she can find the bones she needs, in the battlefield where her husband and countless others lost their lives. But defying the laws of the land exposes a terrible possibility. Maybe the dead don't rest in peace after all. 5 warriors, 1 broken, 1 gone soft, 1 pursuing a simple life, 1 stuck in the past, and 1 who should be dead. Their story should have been finished, but evil doesn't stop just because someone once said the end. So it sounds so good. If you've watched my videos, you know that Sarah Beth Durst has very quickly become one of my auto-buy authors' favorite authors. So I'm really excited to pick this one up. My younger son chose God of Pain by Rena Kent. Now, I haven't read any of the other books in this series, but I did look it up, and these are interconnected standalones, so I'm hoping that I can try this one out, see if I like it. It's a little bit different, a little bit darker than what I'm used to, and I'm pretty new to this romantic-y thing, or the dark romance. And so I want to try it out, see if I like it, and then potentially go back and start over with the series, because I put off buying these because I'm afraid I'm not going to like them. So I thought this was a really good way to try it out, see if I enjoy it. I don't remember exactly what it's about, but it's gods, it's romance, and I'm really curious. And then my daughter, of course, chose the romance. She chose Under Lock and Key by Lena Ferguson. I've been wanting to buy this one for a while, and I keep putting it off because I have another book by this author and I have not read it yet. So I wanted to try it and see if I liked that one first, but I haven't yet. So I have Under Lock and Key. I'm so excited to try this one out. It's set in Scotland, right? Yes, Scotland. It's set in Scotland, so automatically I think I'm going to like it because I do really like all these books that are set in Scotland. And so I'm really, really excited to try this one out, see if I like it. And so yeah, of course, 1 prompt means 3 more books for me, but I am also thinking of doing a specific reading my library books vlog. So I have this, and I have a whole bunch of others to choose from, like The Bog Wife that I really want to get to. And so I want to just really try and get to my library books this time around. I have a lot that I'm really, really excited for. So these are great to add to my TBR. The next prompt that I got is mythical creatures, And for this one, it's a perfect fit. I have slotted this one in as a placeholder because the next book in the Queens of Renthia series comes out in tomorrow. It comes out tomorrow. So I won't be able to pick it up tomorrow because we are supposed to be having our new fridge delivered tomorrow, so I have to be here at the house. But I am going to pick it up as soon as possible. The third book, which is The Queen of Sorrows, I believe, by Sarah Beth Durst, is being released on June 3rd. And so I will be picking that one up, and I want to read it, finish out this series. I am loving this. I finished this one this morning. This is book 2. This is The Reluctant Queen. I finished this one this morning, and I can't even decide if it's better than the first or if it's just as good because they have been so fantastic. I loved these. I keep saying that she has such a fantastic way of writing that just really, really works for me. And the tension in this is great. She has twists and turns, and she's got betrayals and a little bit of romance, and it's so good. This series is following women that are having to learn about powers to control spirits. Now, these spirits are elemental spirits that they want nothing more than to see humans suffer and die. And they have a queen of their country who controls the spirits and keeps them in line so that way they're not attacking humans. But if there is no queen, the spirits will go rogue and they will try and kill everyone. So they have to have a queen in place. Now, if the queen is not a good queen, or if the queen dies, then obviously the spirits will do whatever the heck they please until there is another queen in place. And so this book, or this series, is following the process of how to become the queen or an heir to the queen. And of course, there's specific people we're following along the way, but this is a very broad description of these books, but it is so interesting and it's so well written, and I love the world that she's built and the characters. This being book 2, we get new characters added and exploring previous characters more, and it's fantastic. I'm absolutely loving this. This is a 5-star series. Big surprise. Sarah Beth Durst, like I said, favorite author. So I have 2 Sarah Beth Durst books on my TBR for this month, but I'm okay with that. Because if that means that I get more 5-star reads and I'm more motivated to continue reading, then that's perfect. That's what I want. So the next book, like I said, comes out tomorrow. I will be picking it up. It is The Queen of Sorrows, and I will read it. I can guarantee it. Because this one, it took me until the end of the month, but I did get to it. Okay, so next up, the next prompt that I got is set in a different country. And for this one, I am going to do a little bit of a stretch once again because I want to read it. I want to read it. And I want to reread the first one, which is why I put it on the TBR. This one is beautiful. It's got this shimmery red edges, which my Fate Inked in Blood copy doesn't have the silver edges like the special editions had, but this one, since I picked it up as soon as it came out, it does have the red, and I'm so excited to read this. So I didn't talk about it with a Fate Inked in Blood, but what happens is that she basically has God's blood in her, and she has grown up, I can't remember her name, Freya has grown up thinking that she needs to hide this. Well, her husband, at the very beginning of the first book, her husband tells the Jarl, I think is what it's called, that she has God's blood. And it's supposed to be a really rare god that she got this blood from. And so he takes her, makes her his wife, and says, I'm going to control you now. And she says, no, you're not. So that's kind of like the very gist of it. and it's hard to explain it because it has been a hot minute since I read it, but I am going to reread A Fading to Blood, and then I want to pick this one up. They're not super long, and I read A Fading to Blood super quickly, so I'm so excited to be able to pick this one up and reread the first one and read this one. I've been looking forward to this one ever since I read that one at the end of last year. So I will be picking up A Curse Carved in Bone. Like I said, it is a stretch because technically it's a fantasy, so of course, like, obviously it's a different country, but it's like a different world. But it is a Norse-inspired fantasy, so they're in like way up north, cold climate, that kind of thing. So it's different from where I'm at, very, very much so. So I'm kind of going with that being a Norse-inspired book. I'm kind of just like delving into that and using this so that way I can get a book that I really, really want to get to on my TBR. So we are going to be reading this one. Alright, so next up I got an Instagram pic, and I was debating how I wanted to do this. If I wanted to try and look through my feed to look for a book that I own, or if I wanted to go to the browse section and find one that way. But I took a screenshot, well, I took a video, so that way I could, like, a screen recording, so that way I could put it up here. But I always hate trying to transfer the screen recordings to my computer because it takes forever because our Wi-Fi sucks. So here we are. First thing that popped up is Kayla from Books and Lala. She had her wrap-up picture on Instagram, and now that it focused, I'm gonna pull it away and so I could zoom in. But right there is A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik, and I have it. So this is what I'm going to be using for Instagram pic, is A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. This one is YA Dark Academia, and I don't really remember much about it. It says, I decided that Orion Lake needed to die after the second time he saved my life. Everyone loves Orion Lake, everyone else that is. Far as I'm concerned, he can keep his flashy combat magic to himself. I'm not joining his pack of adoring fans. I don't need help surviving this elements, even if they do. Forget the hordes of monsters and cursed artifacts. I'm probably the most dangerous thing in the place. Just give me a chance and I'll level mountains and kill untold millions. Make myself the Dark Queen of the world. So it definitely sounds intriguing, and I know that a lot of people really, really enjoyed this series. I just don't know if it'll be for me being YA, since I don't read much of that anymore, but I'm really excited to try it out, and so I will be trying to pick up A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik for my Instagram pic. The next prompt that I got is a book jar. So if you've watched my videos, once again, you have seen my jar. Purple ones are my newest books, orange ones are a little bit older from last year, and my red books are my oldest books on my TBR, and so I'm just going to choose one. I'm just going to choose one right now for this prompt. I have no idea what I'm going to get and what color. I'm not really going to be particular, so we'll just kind of see what we end up with here. Okay, so it is a purple one. So it's one of my 2025 purchases. And that is The Hotel in the Corner of Bitter and Sweet by Jamie Ford. Okay. That one is right here. That's not bad at all. So it's just a short little one. That's kind of perfect, really. So it says, in 1986, Henry Lee joins a crowd outside the Panama Hotel. Once the gateway to Seattle's Japantown, it has been boarded up for decades, but now the new owner has discovered the belongings of Japanese families who were sent to internment camps during World War II. As the owner displays and unfurls a Japanese parasol, Henry, a Chinese American, remembers a young Japanese American girl from his childhood in the 1940s, Keiko Okabe, with whom he forged a bond of friendship and innocent love that transcended the prejudices of their old world ancestors. After Keiko and her family were evacuated to the internment camps, she and Henry could only hope that their promise to each other would be kept. Now, 40 years later, Henry explores the hotel's basement for the Okabe family's belongings and for a long-lost object whose value he cannot even begin to measure. His search will take him on a journey to revisit the sacrifices he has made for family, for love, for country. So this one sounds really good. I actually read like the first chapter of it a while back, and I thought it was really, really beautifully written. So I'm excited to try it out, actually finish it. And what I'm planning on doing is my TBR jar challenge video based on prompts, or at least I will be including this one in a TBR jar challenge video, which I'm planning on starting actually directly after this one. So you can watch for that one hopefully next week, as long as everything goes to plan. So this will be the first book that I will be adding for that video, and I'm excited to try it and see if I like it. Alright, next up I got a romance, and for this one I'm going to finish out a series and I'm very excited to continue with, and that is Wild and Wrangled by Lila Sage. My husband got this one for me for Mother's Day. I have a few of those because that's what he always asks me what I want for Mother's Day, and I always tell him books, or any other holiday, I always tell him books. So he got me Wild and Wrangled by Lila Sage. This is the fourth and final book in the Rebel Blue Ranch series, and it's a cowboy romance and it's super cute. I love it a lot. The third book, which was Lost and Lassoed, was my favorite out of the entire series. That was the one I was most anticipating, was that relationship, and it's my favorite so far of the series. But I'm excited to try this one out and see. I don't know if I'll like it as much as Lost and Lassoed, because like I said, that was my most anticipated one of the entire series. But I'm really excited to read this one, see where it leads, and how she finishes off this series. And I really hope she doesn't leave it hanging. I've heard mixed things about this one, but I do really want to read it. And so this one will be going on my TBR for a romance. The next prompt that I got is a beautiful cover, and for this one I decided to go with another one from Mother's Day, and that is Guild by Raven Kennedy. This one is a King Midas fantasy romance retelling, and that's all I really know about it. It doesn't say hardly anything on the back, but I'm so excited to try this. And this one, there's just something about it with the black and the gold. It's just beautiful. Now, I don't know much, and I'm leaning really heavily into the romantasy books this month because those are what I'm enjoying. I'm loving being back in the fantasy, but I like having the romance mixed in, seeing if I like it, seeing what I like, what I don't like. And so I'm really excited to try this one out, and hopefully I enjoy it, because I just want some really, really fantastic reads this month. So this is what I'm going with for a beautiful cover. The next prompt that I got is a thriller, and for this one I am going to go with The Clinic. This is by Kate Quinn. This is one that my dad read. He enjoyed it a lot, and he passed it along to me thinking that I would enjoy it. I don't know anything about this, and I'm going to stay in the dark about it because I don't want to know. I just want to go in blind and see if I enjoy it, and maybe get a 5-star thriller for the first time in over a year. So I'm really excited to try this one, and well, hopefully I like it. And last but not least, we have a number in the title. And I've decided that I am finally going to go with the one that first popped into my head, and that is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I know that a lot of people absolutely love this book, and it is about a movie star and kind of looking into her life and her life as a movie star and her husbands and her relationships and whatnot. And that's all I know. And I know a lot of people love this book, and so I picked it up at a little free library, and I really want to try it out. I know Taylor Jenkins Reid is really widely loved, And so I'm just excited to try something by her and see if it's my vibe or if it's not. And so we'll see what I think of it. Okay, so now for the fun part. Because, like I said, I chose the hotel on the corner of bitter and sweet. And I am going to start a TBR jar challenge as soon as I get done with this portion of the video and charge my camera a little bit apparently. Okay, so because of prompts coming up for a second time this month, I do have 3 more slips of paper that I need to choose out of my jar and add that on along with the hotel on the corner of bitter and sweet. So we will choose those now. I'm not, again, looking for any particular color. I'm just going to kind of go with it. And then I'm going to do a TBR jar challenge based on these books and hopefully fit in more, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to do my random number generator in the other videos, so stay tuned and you'll at least get a sneak peek into what I'll be reading with that. So first up, for my TBR jar picks, I have, oh no, Fairy Tale by Stephen King. All right. I guess I'll be trying to read Fairy Tale this week. Do I want to do that? I'll try it because I give myself freedom to DNF. So, Fairy Tale will be our first one. Next up, let's go with this one. It's another orange one. We have The Phoenix Keeper by S.A. McLean. Okay, so that's perfect because that is a fantasy, I believe, romance, but I'm not sure. But this one was kindly sent to me by Hachette/Orbit Publishing, and I have not gotten to it yet. Really excited. It's a magical zoo setting, and I'm really excited to try this one out. So that's fantastic. So that will be book number 2. And can I see this, baby? Thank you. All right, and last but not least, our third book will be a red one. Okay. Oh, we got Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. Oh. All right, you know what? I am doing a respin, a repoll. I am putting back Fairy Tale and Game of Thrones because I am not ready for those. We're going to choose 2 more. I'll keep Phoenix Keeper, but we're going to try this again. I'm not doing that. I am not. All right, let's try this. Another red one. The Invisible Library by Genevieve Cogman. Okay, that is definitely doable. Okay, I really wanted to read this book and then I realized how long of a series it is, and it's like a really, like, I think 7-book series or something like that. But I'm really nervous about it because of that. But it sounds really good. I just haven't gotten to it yet. Like, kind of like Darker Shade of Magic. I really want to read it, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. So that will be, we'll have Phoenix Keeper. We'll have The Invisible Library. We'll have The Hotel on the Corner of Bitter and Sweet. And then we'll choose one more. Let's go with this one. It's a purple. Cross your fingers for me, guys. Under the Whispering Door by T.J. Klune. Okay, that's a reread. I don't want to do that one right now. Okay, back. We're going to do this again. Because, yes, I am going to cheat. Because I have a very specific kind of mindset right now. And I want books that I don't want to do too many rereads in 1 month. I don't do a lot of rereads, so I don't want to reread a bunch. Okay, we have The Briar Club by Kate Quinn. Okay, so we'll have 2 historical fictions. Okay. This is The Briar Club. I picked this one up actually for sale at the library. I got this for $2 at the library sale, and it's like brand new. So this is Kate Quinn's newest release. This one came out, I think, just right after The Phoenix Crown by her and Janie Chang. This one came out like right afterwards. So I don't know much about this one at all, but this author is an author for me when it comes to her World War II historical fiction books, and I have stepped away from those historical fiction books for such a long time. I would love to get back into them. So that being said, we have I'm not gonna go grab them right now because you'll see them in my next video, but I have The Phoenix Keeper, The Invisible Library, The Briar Club, and wherever I put it in this stack, Hotel on the Corner of Bitter and Sweet. Those ones are gonna be what's gonna kick off my month of reading for a TBR jar challenge. And that is it. So these are the giant stack of books that I have for my TBR for this month, plus a couple more. So do you think I could do it? I don't know. I'm gonna really try though. I have, like I said, video plans in the works, and I'm really excited for all of these. So I don't think there's any that I'm gonna particularly prioritize, but I'm so excited for all of these books. If there are any videos that you would like to see from me or me talking about specific books, please let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe down below. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.